Now next we'll see run scope function, which is nothing but the combination of let and with. It basically get used when the object lambda contains both initialization and the computation of the return value. Using this run, we can perform null safety calls as well as other computations. So let's see it via some example. So for that, I'll create another function called run, and then I'll comment out the previous one. I'll close this. I'll create a function called run. Okay, so here inside run function, what we can do is we can simply create the student object again. So here I'll say that this is of type student and this is of nullable type. I'll assign null here. Okay, now to execute a block of code on top of this object using run, what I'll do, I'll simply use student object, I'll use the null safe operator, and then I'll call run. Now if you see, we can simply use the previous block of code over here without any issue. So there is this null check, we don't need this calls now. Okay, so now similarly we can simply execute these lines of code, and also for run it returns the lambda result, so it will be returning the last line. So last line will be int, so I can simply assign this to a result variable and then I can simply print this. So now if I run this, this should first of all this won't print anything. So if I say age after 5 years is this, right? So let's run this and see. It should not print anything because currently the student object is null. So here you can see that the age after 5 years is null, right? Because if you see this block is not executed. Otherwise, if this method has been called, then you should have received this 0 as the default value. But as the student variable over here is null, this entire block has not been called. Let's say if I instantiate this with a student object, then if I rerun this, this should give me some value, which is 10 plus 5 should be 15. The age after 5 years should be 15. So let's wait for the output. So yeah, we got age after 5 years 15. So yeah, that's about the run function, where we can simply use the context object. So here, as we can see inside this run function, we have this object accessible using this keyword, and it also return the value as a lambda result. So that's why we are having this value as int, right? So yeah, that's about the run function. So if we have to compare run and with scope function, we can see that we can do a safe calls on top of run function, but while using the with scope function, we cannot do the safe call operations on top of this object. Instead, inside this block, we have to do all the null checks, right? So that's the basic difference. And also for run scope function, we can also use run without any object. So right now, as you can see, this is being used as an extension function on top of this object. Instead, what we can do is we can use run function independently. We can use the run function without any context object. So all we need to do is we can write run, and then inside this we can have different lines of code. Let's say I have some variable value equal to 2, and then let's say there is some other variable, let's call it flag true, and then let's say if I have to prepare some query. So let's say there is some string templating we need to do. So I'll call it query, and I'll create a query out of value equal to value and flag equal to the flag value, right? So let's say it creates a query, and what we can do, we can simply return this query from this block. So I can add it as a last line because this will get written as a lambda result. So if I have to get the query, I'll simply assign it to a variable. Now you can see the return type is string, right? So if I print the query over here, so this should print this query. So let's see. So now you can see we have successfully printed this query. So this is another use case of run where we don't need any context object to use this function. Instead, we can simply write run and then a block of code. So this can be used anywhere where you need to perform some computation based upon which you want to return uh, some result, right? So we can also use this run method in this similar way. Okay. So I hope the use case of run function is also clear. So yeah, we have covered all the scope functions. We have talked about its object reference as well as its return type, and we have also seen different scope functions, how we can do null checks and how we can write more readable and concise code. So one thing to notice over here is that this scope function does not add any extra technical capabilities to your code, but it allows you to write more concise and readable code. So if you use this scope function well in your project, then obviously you will get benefits. You will have a more concise and more readable code base. So yeah, that's about benefits of using the scope functions. So that's all about this video. If you find this video helpful, please like this video and also share this video with your friends. And also if you have any comments or suggestions, please write it down in the comment section. That's all about this video. If you learned something from this video, please hit the like button. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press that bell icon so that you get notified for our upcoming new videos. Thank you for watching.